Hey guys, what's up and good morning. Welcome to another week. This week is super exciting because we are finally beta testing our new product Prospero, and I'm fully booked with some of you guys to show you the product this week, and we've actually already had a couple of interviews, and it's very exciting to see how people react to your product for the first time. You discover both good things and bad things, so it's really cool, and I'm really looking forward for this week. Anyway, right now, like every beginning of the week, I'm gonna meet my new school partners, gonna see how we progress and plan this week.
ערב חדש אבטיח קר, זהו זה ולא אחרת. גיבוש צנחנים מרקאי יעלים, לא, אין לנו ארץ אחרת. ים סוף, ים המלח, ים תיכון, ים כנרת. פיסות יומה לשבת שבאה וחוזרת. רק בחגים אוסף של כברת. עוד מונדיאל אבל בלי הנבחרת. במבה במבה, מספיק ארבע, מתל אביב עד בן גוריון.
Alright, good meeting with the new school guys. Now tonight I'm gonna give a lecture at the IDC, which is one of the most prestigious colleges in Israel, and I'm going to be talking to them about the last 2 years of running a startup company, the new school, and what I've learned along the way. And I kind of have to summarize my last 2 years into a 90-minute talk. So I kind of have the flow of the presentation in my head already, but I'm gonna really quickly try to put in a presentation just with images and stuff like that, so make the talk a little bit more interesting. I got an hour to do that, so let's get right to work. Alright, barely made it. I did it in 54 minutes, but I just love, doing things in the time that I made the deadline for. It just feels so good. So after I took 2 years and compiled them into 90-minute presentation, I'm now going to try to run it really quickly with you in like 2-3 minutes to show you what I'm going to be talking about today. So let me show you. Really quickly, I'm telling them I'm gonna tell them a story about a hero that goes into somewhere he doesn't know, like Alice in Wonderland or The Matrix or something, and that is me. When I just started as a designer, I thought that I could only be running a studio or being a freelancer, but then I started working at the startup myself, and because I was working with the people next to me, I got I got the startup bug, and I decided that I want to do it myself. So what is actually a startup? A startup is a temporary organization used to search for a repeatable and scalable business model. There's a lot that we can discuss about this, but I'm really running really quickly. So I was really lucky to find my partners Lior and Ayal just at the right time, at the right moment. We've brainstormed and we've kind of realized that all of we had a shared vision around education, about what's missing in school today, that people are leaving school without being fully prepared for the work life, and we've decided to focus on designers and helping them to educate them with the skills that they actually need to work as freelance designers. So we have started the new school, and kind of debating how we decided to bootstrap our idea versus raising money. I'm not going to go into that really deeply right now. And the methodology that we're running is we're running a lean startup. I'm not going to go deep into that right now as well. When we just started, we wanted to validate our idea, so we kind of made an event in Israel and sold the tickets really quickly to show ourselves that there is interest for designers to hear content about how to become a better designer and how to work as a designer. Afterwards, we moved into doing workshops in Tel Aviv, which people paid us to, and we've talked actually the same stuff that we now talk in video. We talked about productivity, pricing, managing clients, all that stuff. We did a lot of workshops that were sold out in Tel Aviv. We had a good fun, but we kind of realized that it's not scaling very well, and so we started to put video online, but then again we realized that Israel is too small of a market, so we realized it's not scalable, and we've launched the website in English, what we have today, thenewschool.com, and started selling. Our first product was the pricing class, which some of you may know us from that class. So it was a very exciting moment to launch it. We've been working on it for 4 months, writing the content, recording it, and after 4 months we finally launched it, and it was a very exciting moment, the moment that we saw the first person paying us $170 for something that we have created. It was super awesome and excited. But then after a few months of working at it, trying to improve it, and although we have received a lot of great comments from the people who have bought the class, it kind of did not scale the way that we wanted. A lot of people, the people who bought it were really happy, but the majority of of the people who were reading our blogs and reading our content and on our mailing list chose not to buy it, and it kind of made us wonder what's wrong with it. After 6 months, we went on a company retreat to really think, if the product is good, why is it not selling or growing the way we want it? And we kind of realized that maybe most designers don't want to invest money or don't really realize that they're running a business. So maybe most of them don't want to, learn about it actively by paying money and purchasing classes. We've made another test kind of to see whether it was, because this class was around $250 or $300, we thought maybe it's a pricing thing. So we've released the book with kind of more or less the same content, but at a really lower price point. We've launched it at $9 and then later $19, and although it sold pretty well, again we saw that most people don't want to make this move into actively educating themselves about running their business. And this is where we are right now, where we're thinking about where can we take the New School as a company next, and we're doing that in various directions. First of all, we're taking the content, and as I've told you in previous vlogs, we're going to launch it in a different market, which is developers. We're going to create kind of like a variation on the pricing class for developers and see how they like it. But for designers, we're releasing new products. We have released Photype a couple of months ago, and right now, as I've shared in the vlog, we're currently working on Prospero, which is a new product for creating proposals. So this is where we are right now. Really quickly, the takeaways that I have. Startups are like roller coasters. They're really fun, but not for the faint of heart. We've got ups and downs. There are days where we're like the happiest people on earth, but there are days when it's so hard. You just wish you had like a normal job. You don't need permission to create your dream job. This is what I realized when working at a startup, that it's not only being a freelancer or working in a studio. You can create whatever type of company or job that you want. If you don't find the job that's a good fit for you, you can just create it. You'll never know everything, so just start and learn as you go. When you start a company, there's so much that you need to know, and we are people who love reading books and blogs and stuff like that. But if you get sucked into this place of learning and feeling that you never know enough, then you end up not doing anything. So you just have to start, even if you're not perfect. Always check your assumption. We've been spending a lot of time creating things based on assumptions. We thought it's obvious that if we create this, then people would pay for it, and we based it on a lot of assumptions that we didn't test So always test your assumption. And lastly, you have to be super optimist when doing your own thing. You know, reality shows that most people fail at starting a company, and reality can be really brutal. So although you have to stay in touch with reality, you always have to be super optimist and believe in yourself that things are going to work out fine. If you don't do that, if you're not optimist, it's going to be so hard and you're never going to be able to make it. So I thought I'm going to do it in 2-3 minutes, but it took 8 minutes, even when I did it really quickly. So hopefully it's going to be a good presentation. Now let's hit up to the IDC.
אני פורק סחורה, ווייז איבד ברירה, אובמה תעזור, ואלוהים ישמור, אנחנו נשתדל, יש כיפת ברזל, השיר כולו מקורי, רק הלחן עממי.
Pretty successful talk overall. Had a good time talking to the students. Anyway, it's pretty late. Hope you had a great day. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.